Let's face it, Milsims are not necessarily the most wallet-friendly in the gaming industry. I mean, just look at a game like ARMA, which isn't necessarily expensive right off the bat, but if you want to play in a comparable multiplayer server, you're gonna be forced to buy all the DLC that goes with it, and that can get expensive. Or let's even say that you want to play a game like Hell Let Loose or Squad for an example, but you can't afford it. Well, look no further. In this video, we're going to discuss two military simulation games that are absolutely free. The first one I'm going to talk about is available on all platforms, and the second one is a PC only. And without further ado, my name is Aim Punch TV, and let's get into it. The first one, I always forget about this game for some reason. It's available on all major platforms. It's completely free, and it's made by the people who made War Thunder. The name of the game is Enlisted, and there's a high possibility you've already heard of it. The game is massively multiplayer, large-scale battlefield milsim, which uses combined arms, which basically means you can go in as an infantry squad, you can go in as an armor squad, or you can go in as a pilot and a plane squad. Yes, I do mean squad. This isn't like other milsims where you just pick a role and get in a vehicle and go. I actually like the format this game has over other milsims for this very reason. Instead of having to make sure that this game's installed on a SSD of some sort, you allot certain squads to go in the battle with you from your squad inventory, and then you can spawn those squads as you see fit. And if you get downed in your airplane squad, that squad is no longer available for a specific period of time. This keeps the rotation fresh, and it also allows for pretty much everyone that's currently on the battlefield to get their chance at using each one of their squads. So you don't have to fight for who's going to get in a helicopter or a plane or a tank or so on and so forth. If the plane's not available, you just deploy an infantry or an armor squad, and then when that squad dies, you just pick your vehicle squads when they're currently available. Now, do keep in mind that this is a Gaijin game. You know, Gaijin, the company that released this game. So, there are definitely places in this game that this company tries very hard to get you to spend money, just like they do in War Thunder. And they don't just have one cash grab, they have multiple. From selling weapons and vehicles for real money, to allowing you to take in more squads if you pay for a premium account. You have to pay real money for cosmetics. And then they have a battle pass. So, I want you to keep in mind that there is an easy way to spend a lot of money while playing this game. However, big however, you aren't required to spend any money at all to progress in the game, and the game does offer rewards that are comparable or competitive with the paid rewards in the free version. So, you aren't going to feel like someone who paid for their premium account and yada 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 has an advantage over you while playing this game as a free player. And to be completely honest, unless you're a fanatic of Gaijin games, I wouldn't recommend this to anybody except for the free player. It's not a bad game. In fact, if you can overlook some of the obstacles you partake in this game, it's actually kind of fun. It's not a great game, but it's fun. In old school Gaijin fashion, the menu is atrocious and hard to navigate. The customization and perks and leveling up your soldiers and whatnot gets extremely cumbersome and can be overwhelming to someone who's not familiar with Gaijin games. You can literally get lost in the perk menu and leveling up your soldiers in this game. That's how in-depth it is. It's just like War Thunder. The graphics are meh. They're not bad, but they're not great either. The gunplay is a little but it does the job. And I will say this, the overall gameplay will feel super rewarding to the lower skilled tier of FPS players and very not rewarding to the higher skill tier of FPS players. It doesn't, whether you're new or highly skilled, you will get tons of kills playing this game. It just doesn't feel great doing so. In fact, I got more of a rewarding feeling from the post-game rewards than I did from anything else. But for a free game, I can't complain much, and it's the only current free Milsim FPS on console. So, if you fall in that category, I would recommend this game to you. In fact, I would really recommend this game for anyone that's bored of all the other games you're playing and you're just looking for something to play. I mean, it's free, it doesn't hurt to try it out, and it's not a bad game. So, go give Enlisted a shot. This second one is a PC only release. Through Steam is the only place to get it that I know of. And this is a very ARMA-esque or Squad-esque type of milsim. But, big but, it has a lot of theaters of war in it. It's not just modern warfare. It's got World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War and Cold War era, and modern warfare all incorporated into one game, and the modding community seems to be actually pretty devoted to this game. And the modding gets a little wild. They do some Halo-esque type stuff and futuristic like laser gun style maps and stuff like that. It's really cool. The game is called Operation Harsh Doorstop. It was made by a fellow YouTuber by the name of Blue Drake, and the entire system is funded completely by crowdfunding through a Patreon campaign. And unlike Gaijin, Drakeling Labs, or Blue Drake, does everything in this game for free. Nothing costs money in this game. None of the updates, none of the DLC that's to come later, nothing. The entire game is absolutely free. The graphics look decent. They're nothing to write home about, but they get the job done. The audio's decent. Footsteps are pretty loud, and the directional audio's kind of bad, but other than that, I mean, it's not, I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. The game's gunplay is pretty good, and the weapon systems themselves are pretty good. Some people say it has a cheating problem. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that. It's really hard to tell who's cheating and who isn't in a military simulation game, because the time to kill is so short that even a stray bullet from somewhere that was never intended to hit you can kill you. So the jury's still out on that, and as you can see in this video, it's not like I was being aimbotted or, you know, I didn't get killed every single time I spawned. I did just fine. So I'm skeptical on the accusations. But this isn't a game that I would recommend everyone to play. It's missing some of the key features that other milsims have, such as something as simple as mag checking. Which kind of blows my mind in the first place that this game doesn't have it, because the demo to the game, before the game came out, had it. So I'm lost on how you have a feature in the demo advertising a game, and then you don't put that feature in the finished version of the game, but I digress. If you can't afford ARMA, Squad, Hell Let Loose, or other games of that sort, this game is a good alternative to those games. And denying that it is would be completely naive. Again, I would also recommend this game to people who are bored with other games right now. I mean, hell, even when I can't find or figure out anything to play and I'm absolutely bored with everything else, I play this game. It's not bad, and it's free. I'm going to say that again. It's free, so you can't really complain about a whole lot when you got an absolutely free game. I will say this, I was very cynical about the game in the review that I gave on Steam about it. But I will also say that that cynical review comes from the fact that last year, this was my most anticipated game of the year, and I feel like in a lot of aspects, it let me down. I saw the potential for this game to be the Swiss Army knife free replacement for all modern milsim games. And it wasn't. If you've got ARMA, Squad, or Hell Let Loose, those are much better games, and my recommendation is for you to play those games if you already own them. Or, if you can afford those games, buy those games instead. You'll have a much better time. They are much more refined than this game is. However, if you cannot afford those games, this game is a very good alternative to those games. So, if you're not able to play milsims because of the current price of milsims, this game is a great recommendation for you. It will scratch the milsim itch you have, and you don't have to pay a penny for it. And that concludes my video for this evening. If you like my content, please, please, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps more than you would ever know. It's completely free also. I enjoy making content for you guys, and if you'd like to see more of this, stick around. Until next time, Aim Punch TV, out.